was a special day for George. A visit to the museum. But first, a stop at Piscatty's for a sweet Sunday treat.
George, they're not going anywhere.
Cannoli, a brown, crunchy shell with a delicious filling.
See? 2, just for us. Hey, Gnocchi, you have your own house now?
Someone's looking for cannoli. The last 2 got taken.
I'm sorry. I don't make any new cannoli today. I'm too upset.
What's going on?
Mio caro Gnocchi. She has been sneaking into the main room and scratching up at the seats. It's a disaster. You see? Look what she has done. Can you believe a little gatto, a sweet little kitty, could do such damage? I must ban Gnocchi from the restaurante.
Oh, well, we saw the house you built her. It's very nice.
Grazie. I plan to add a second story, eh? Oh, that is Gnocchi. She wants to come in. Oh, I feel terrible.
She only wants to come in because you say she cannot. Oh, typical cat. This kitchen is in torment. I suspect there will be no cannoli until this problem is solved. Eh? Back outside.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure they'll solve the problem.
At the museum, George was too distracted to concentrate.
Professor Wiseman.
Hey guys, welcome to my new exhibit. It's called How Great Scientists Got Their Great Ideas. These are portraits of some great scientists. Isaac Newton, Benjamin Franklin, Marie Curie,
And Albert Einstein.
Once you think like a scientist, George, you can solve almost any problem.
George had a problem. He wanted cannoli.
You know, scientists think about problems and get ideas to solve them. They observe, then collect information. And if that information doesn't help solve their problem, they observe more and get a different idea. Oh dear, excuse me. Young man, get down from there.
George wondered what great scientists would do if they were monkeys who had no cannoli because Gnocchi had scratched the booths.
I say, do you know for certain that she did it like the chef believes?
You must think about what you observed.
George did see Gnocchi scratch the door, but could she have scratched the booth too?
What you observe does not support the chef's idea about Gnocchi making the scratches.
If George could prove Gnocchi was innocent, Chef Piscatty would be happy, and George would have cannoli.
Oh, I love cannoli.
George had to observe more. Gnocchi was thrilled to be back in the restaurant. Now she could go back to her old routine. George needed something to draw on.
Waiter, could we get some garlic bread?
George needed to measure both sets of marks.
I guess he doesn't want us filling up before the meal.
To measure the marks on the door, George needed something longer.
I think he's a restaurant critic. He's taking samples of the pasta.
The scratches had depth, too. How did George measure that?
Where's that side of ravioli?
But I just cooked it.
Waiter, could we get some water?
Now he's reviewing the ravioli.
He seems to like it better than a spaghetti. That he just dragged along the floor.
The scratches on the booth were shorter than those on the door, and they were a lot deeper, too. George proved the scratches were different. Gnocchi was innocent. But then, who was making the scratches? George couldn't leave this problem unsolved. He had to find out what was making those scratches. There was no evidence of a bear or dinosaur break-in.
Where is our garlic bread?
We ordered it quite some time ago. I think your waiter is quite lazy.
Oh, I am so sorry. Mi scusi. I will get it now. Oh, he's not the waiter. He's reviewing the restaurant for the newspaper.
Don't be silly.
It's true. He really likes the ravioli.
This scratch hadn't been there earlier. It was brand new.
This is the most thorough reviewer I have ever seen.
Well, that's not a restaurant critic or a waiter. It's a monkey.
A great scientist wouldn't let a problem get the best of him. George had to calm down and use his head.
Giorgio, what are you doing in here? They know him. He's not a monkey.
That guy was so wrong.
George showed them what he had discovered.